Bank aims to fight poverty on a global scale. One of the initiatives World Bank have put in place since 2011 is to gather data from 140 plus member countries to measure the progress of financial inclusion. It makes perfect sense because financial inclusion is identified as the most effective strategy to eradicate poverty. The same World Bank has a division called the Payment System Development Group. This unit has been supporting regulators around the world to modernize their payment systems. Since 2021, the group is focused on helping countries develop their instant payment systems. Instant payment systems, or fast payment systems, as the group calls it, is regarded as a powerful tool to improve financial inclusion and to decrease use of cash in payments. I will use the naming proposed by the group. In this video, I will present the reasons why there will be a significant increase in payment card issuance and use, and how fast payments play a critical role in this regard. Financial inclusion is the common goal of all governments around the world. There's a global consensus that enhancing citizen access to financial services strengthens a nation's economy and society. Therefore, it is the common action plan of governments to build a well-functioning digital public infrastructure, which essentially has three components: the digital ID, alternative payment systems, and efficient data exchange between. Fast payments is a subcomponent of the alternative payments. Governments have implemented or facilitated the implementation of fast payments to increase digital payment use, allow access to financing, and expedite cross-border trade. However, data analysis shows that fast payment implementations have not been successful so far. Governments are increasingly realizing transaction volumes of fast payments is not enough to verify they're on the right path towards reaching their financial inclusion targets. Policymakers will increasingly implement regulations that will support further adoption of card payments. Let's see why. Governments will endorse card payments because the data shows financial inclusion objectives will not be successful if card payment adoption is low in that country. In other words, to be successful in financial inclusion, card payment penetration have to be high. Otherwise, fast payments will merely be an alternative to existing digital payment methods. Just setting up fast payment systems won't be enough to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor's access to financial services. Low-income populations still need payment cards, and small businesses need machines to accept these digital payments. Regulators have identified the similarities between fast payments and payment cards. They both help increase sales and improve customer experience. At the same time, regulators have understood the particularities of fast payments and cards. Fast payments are cost competitive, while cards provide access to credit. Global Findex data shows card users borrow more compared to non-card users. This is expected because the data that banks process from card transactions are much more than the fast payment transaction data. And consequently, this gives the lenders more visibility on the credit history of the card users, therefore allocating more credit to them. Policymakers know that financial inclusion is not only about providing affordable tools and instruments, but to increase the access to credit. Central banks without strong card payment systems in place should look into the research data that shows government backing alone won't guarantee successful adoption of fast payment systems. A well-established and widely used card network actually serves as a foundation for a successful fast payment system adoption. Technology advancements and efficient transportation systems have made the world more accessible. But what about accessibility for small and medium-sized enterprises, the SMEs? Empowering SMEs to unlock their full economic potential is a key development goal of every government. No one knows better than the central banks that card-based payments are necessary for SMEs' growth, because SMEs need to make and receive payments from anywhere around the world. And SMEs need access to vital financing, which is easier to reach if they are invested in card-based transactions. I would like to share with you a meaningful graph that shows the percentage of population using payment cards versus the percentage of population that have made a digital payment. This graph plots the most recent data coming from the World Bank Financial Inclusion Database. I like it because it shows where we can expect the highest growth for card payments in the coming years. The outliers below the graph are those countries where digital payments use is high, but card ownership is low. Sub-Saharan Africa, Latin America, Middle East, and North Africa has the highest growth potential in this context. Combined with the drop in cost of payment card issuance and the growth in mobile-based payment card acceptance solutions such as the SoftPOS and the push from government to improve financial inclusion, the mentioned growth markets will fuel the payment card industry in the coming years. To summarize and to conclude, the common objective of financial system regulators around the world is to increase financial inclusion among low-income populations. The world of digital payments have been unquestionably successful among the high and mid-income populations, thanks to the sound business model of the four-corner model participants. Open banking and fast payment system implementations will work towards reaching the low-income populations faster and more effectively if the card payment systems are widely adopted among the whole population. Outcome will be drop in cash usage without having to wait for cryptocurrencies to gain acceptance among the public. Card issuers need faster service, lower issuance costs, and to serve their customers better. Card manufacturers, they need to reinvent themselves, invest in efficiency, and team up with trusted suppliers to address the necessary demand increase. Card schemes as well have a role to play by streamlining their testing and certification processes that is becoming a bottleneck for issuers and acquirers. Organizations such as the World Bank, MasterCard, Gates Foundation are working towards collecting data and analyzing it to help regulators make and implement digital infrastructure policies. The work since 2011 shows payment chip cards is the key to cashless society going forward. Thank you for watching. I hope the content was useful. I will leave a link to 3 useful articles below in the description. And if you liked the video, please share with your network and leave your comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you would like to be aware of my next videos.